So a bit of a different video today than sort of normally doing the exercise. But today marks the 12 weeks of being on a diet. We started at about 89 kilograms and we're going to get the weighing scales out now, and we'll see where we're at on it. Just make sure they're centered pretty much. So literally what's that, bang on about 70 kilograms. So literally in 12 weeks we're down 19 kilograms, which is a hell of a lot. I've been calorie counting. Normally we're ranging from about 1800 to 2200 calories per day. Obviously we've done a lot of running and a lot of cycling. I think for the last sort of 8 weeks, I think my runs have been between sort of 40 kilometres and 50 kilometres a week on average, and then my cycle rides are normally about 80 kilometres a week minimum. Some weeks, like when I did a 100k ride, which obviously I think was the last video, I think that week was about a 225 kilometre week sort of total. So a lot of exercise, keeping the calories down. Obviously when I've had the days where I've done a lot of exercise, like a long cycle, a long run, my calories have been a bit higher, sometimes even pushing sort of 2,500 calories. But diet's finished today. I've got a whole list of food that I'm wanting to eat, but that is also because I'm going to Asia and then on to Australia in about 2 weeks time. So I'm just going to enjoy all the foods I can the next 2 weeks before I go, because it's going to be a long time before I get to have them ever again. So on my list today, I think I've got like spoons, we've got a dessert place we're going to, Mackey's, some Krispy Kreme donuts, going to go Tesco's as well and get some bits and bobs. But yeah, starting weight this morning, so I've not eaten, not exercised, not had a sip to drink yet, so 70 kilograms. We'll obviously weigh ourselves as well at the end of the day and sort of see where we're at. But this is the physique right now. So I'm 5'10", 70 kilograms. Thing is, my chest is so underdeveloped that it doesn't really look like I've lost much weight, and also, let's be honest, the lighting in here isn't great. But what I'll also do is I'll ping some pictures up. If I didn't take any before pictures, which was really stupid of me, I didn't even think about it. But Chloe's got some pictures of sort of me just throughout sort of the last sort of 8-9 months. You can get a bit of a gauge of sort of how much I've sort of lost in that time. But yeah, we're going to go into town in about a couple of hours. I'm going to have a coffee and just some watermelon so I don't fill myself up too much. I'm going to go to town, spend the day with my mate, just sort of running around, eating whatever I want off my list, ticking it all off as we go. And we'll sort of bring you along with me, and we'll see if I'm used to even eating this much. I reckon it's probably going to be about 5,000 or 6,000 calories by the time it's all done. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. Barbecue pizza. What's this again? Chicken bites, chicken tenders, some nachos, and a pinty. What we got here then, Jack? A Kinder Bueno milkshake.
What are you doing?
Rate it out of 10?
9?
Yeah. And how full are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
6.5?
Yeah. I'm a solid 9.
Who are you doing this for?
We've got Mackey's now, Chloe, so... And then we've got Tesco after us, hey?
Do you know if this is on your face or not?
Yeah, it's just our machine.
And the attempt of eating quite a few bits off my list of food today has come to an abrupt end. We had that Mackey's, and the original plan was to go and have the Domino's, but honestly felt so sick. I haven't eaten that much food in so long. But yeah, we've got them crisps, which I'm going to snack on probably a bit later. I've got some Curiously cinnamon, which again I may snack on later. If not, it will be just sort of for the next 2 weeks before I leave the UK. We've got some double chocolate cookies from Tesco. But we're gonna go stand on the weighing scales, and we'll see how much we're in at. So let's just make sure they're weighed up. Yeah, that looks about right. And what? I've only apparently had 1 kilogram's worth of food today, but that's not even me breathing out either. Like, that's me trying to breathe in. So full. But I'm gonna have a drink of water because all that salt and sugar and whatnot I've had today just made me so dehydrated as well. So I'm gonna have a big couple gulps of water, and then I'm actually gonna go out on the bike for about an hour, just try and get this stuff moving around a little bit because it just can't sit. It feels awful. But we did have a Domino's planned, and yeah, I had the Big Mac, had the chicken mayo, got through the McFlurry, and I was sort of sipping on my Sprite as we went, and I don't know why, but I think it was just the bubbles in the Sprite have just absolutely just blew up my stomach and just bloated me up. You know, like when you're really drunk and you get like them shivers sort of thing on like the side of like your cheeks. So it might only be me that gets that, but I was getting that, and it was just, yeah, it wasn't fun. There was a couple of big gasps of air as we was driving the car, and my head was sucked down the window just to try and cool me down a bit. But all in all, pretty fun day. I think it was about nearly 40 quid spent on food. But yeah, definitely needed a bit of a refeed for the next sort of 2 weeks before I go away. Just going to be maintaining calories, so maybe 2,500 calories a day. Obviously keep up with the cycling, as we can't do any running at the minute, as my hip has absolutely blown up. It's in agony. Even walking for sort of more than 10-15 minutes at a time gets it sort of flaring up. So on the bike it is for the next week. We'll ice the knee, probably have a couple of baths, try and get it sort of rested and recuperated, and we'll see if we can get out on some runs on my last week in the UK before trundling off to Bali. So yeah, which we'll do some sort of further videos on in the future. I think that'd be quite interesting. I've seen a couple of run clubs. Well, I'll do a couple of runs like around Singapore as well when we land there, around Garden on the Bay Sands, I think it's called. So hopefully all stuff to come, and we'll be back on the GoPro for that. And got my laptop with me as well, so editing the videos and whatnot should be sound. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I know the food and the eating side of it wasn't much, but at least you got to see the things that I got to enjoy. And even there, like, you have all these calories in a day, and what again, 1 kilogram from all that food in one day, all eating. So people were worried about, their refeed days or binge eating. Like, it's not really anything to worry about in the grand scheme of things. You might as well enjoy life and have your days like that.